Today I wanted to talk about flatwound strings for your guitar, and are they basically just for jazz musicians? Can other musicians, other guitar players use a flatwound string on a guitar? First I'll talk about what a flatwound string is real fast, just to make sure everybody's on the same page. The best way to explain it is if you can imagine a round wound string, a string like your low E string. It's a core wire and then a wire wrapped around that wire. Where a flatwound string would have a core wire there, and the wrap that's wrapped around it is a ribbon like flat. You know, it's a piece of flat ribbon wrapped around the core wire. The other thing that you're going to notice with flatwound strings is that the G string will be wound. It's like an acoustic guitar, so you'll have 4 wound strings and 2 plain strings. Because we're not going to be changing gauge, I'm going to go with 10s. There's 10 gauge strings on this now. I'm going to go with 10 gauge flatwounds on this. We're not going to be changing enough of a gauge to worry about the intonation going out, but we'll check it. Although I'm pretty sure the G string intonation will be slightly out because we're going to go into a wound string, so we might have to adjust that. And I have a video right here you can click on if you want to learn how to intonate a guitar quickly. This isn't about making a guitar sound like a jazz guitar. This is about if I put flatwound strings on here, how's it going to sound? Will I like it? Will I prefer it? And why would I want to do this? For the consistency of this test, I'm going to use the same amp, same mic, same speaker, same guitar, and same brand of strings. So I'm going to use Addario 10s, XLs on this now is what's on here now, and I'm going to be using Addario Chrome's strings. They're not sponsoring this video, so I'm just letting you know, it's just that's a brand I prefer. To make things easy, every time I'm wearing the hat, I'm playing the flatwound strings. Every time I don't have the hat, that's the roundwound strings. It really feels like I've just backed off my tone knob just a little bit. It's warmer. If I can understand that if you had a bright guitar and you want to warm it up, this would be a possible solution for you. It's funny, the pinching lick, it still kind of works, but the notes are so much more defined and rounder. It sounds better just to go. Really interesting how same guitar, same amp, same everything, strings just change the total vibe of the way I want to play the same lick. I would never think to even play the lick the way I was originally playing it. I would definitely play the warmer, kind of softer. I really like that. that one was actually kind of interesting as well, because something I could definitely tell you is that they're really slippery. So playing something like that, it actually felt normal. Nothing felt strange about the way the tension felt with the pick or the way it was playing. Everything sounded the same with the amplifier to me, but I could tell that it was so much less friction that I was kind of like almost going to overslide a half step in either direction. The question was, you know, is there an improvement? Am I noticing anything? They feel a little easier. Like I said, they're smoother. They feel like they have deeper tone to them. And this guitar, which is a very mid-range guitar, it seemed to warm this guitar. I can honestly say I really dig them. I'm just not sold on the Wound G part yet. But I think overall for big chords, I think it made a big difference. But for the bending and vibrato, it was a little stiffer and it has more of a sizzle to it. I just preferred like the plain string. I think that could be a great compromise. It's a really interesting experiment when you try stuff like this. A set of strings like this could cost you somewhere between $10 to $15, and I think for the experiment of it, you might come across something new. Try something different. Believe it or not, I've actually put these on Strats before and I've had great experiences with that. All right, guys, as always, I want to thank you so much for supporting these videos by watching, hitting the thumbs up button, subscribing, checking out the merch store, or becoming a patron. All those things have helped this channel grow. I appreciate you so much. And as always, until next time, thank you and know your gear.